That's so nice. Not looking good. Oh my gosh, look at that. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's not good. Yep, this is going to turn out really good. I can tell already.
This video is brought to you in part by TruTech Tools. Quality tools, essential support.
On today's adventure of what happened to this carrier, we've got 6 compressors that are bad, and these are only about a year old. So we've got these compressors here, shorted to ground, and that one went bad shortly after I found these 2 shorted to ground. All because these little EXVs here went bad because they can't handle the programming they were given. And so now the programming's been fixed, but the damage has been done and they don't have those in stock. We finally got some of these in. We got 3 of them. We got 3 others down here that are bad. Same thing. So we got to change all these. So we got to get these prepped up, ready to go so that we can, you know, get them swapped when everything's in place. So we want to do it in 2 stages. We're going to isolate, it looks like, the suction and the discharge, which shouldn't be a big deal. Unfortunately, nobody wants to give you new refrigerant, so we're going to reuse the refrigerant, which, let's take a look here, because I've already made a repair on a leak. Yeah, 165 pounds. So 165 pounds of refrigerant, and yeah, they won't want to give you that. That's a couple dollars. To say the least, these have been a problem. Not quite as good as this Tempe thing here. We've lost multiple of these pumps. Just, I don't know what's going on. Is anybody else out there having this many problems with whatever brand? It just seems like everything doesn't hold up even a year or 2. It's ridiculous. And it makes you look bad. I mean, this is a big factory. I mean, this is just a small portion, but we're cooling a whole factory with this thing. And literally we got 3 of them. This wasn't a $10 job, you know? So that's what we're gonna do today. Oh yeah, 3/5/26. Here we are, May 21st, my birthday. All right, let's go get started. We're not gonna get everything today. All we're gonna do is just get some prep done. Like I said, we only got 3 of them. We don't have the EXVs, so we can't even get it running. So just trying to get the groundwork done because it's gonna be like 80 some degrees next week. All right, so we recovered as much as we could, about 7 pounds, believe it or not, just off that discharge line. And I'm hoping that we're pulling through the compressor. It shut off on its own, which is awesome about the field piece. Honestly, it was only about 5 pounds or whatever. So I'm kind of curious. We kicked it back on because it shut off and it rose again. So we should have everything out of the suction side. I'm going to check my oil port to see if I have any pressure on it here in a minute. That's what my other gauge is there, the analogs, which have been awesome lately. I've been using them for recoveries, pressure checks, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and pull this last bit to the self-purge here, get it all out of the machine. There we go. And she'll shut off here in a second, which is awesome. And this worked really good. I'm gonna weigh my bottle again and see where we're at. We're gonna get the other one done, get all this electrical unhooked. I got the panels all set up here, pinned to there so they won't fall. And I got that panel out, so that's what we're doing here. Let's go ahead and find out how much weight we got here. Because like I said, I zeroed this thing out. Let's see what we got here. Ugh, wow, there was more in there than I thought it was. Holy cow. Let's see what we got here. That is kind of heavy. Holy crap. I would have never in a million years thought I had 24 freaking pounds in that baby. Way more than I thought. Holy cow. All right, well, that's awesome. Got it all valved off. Go ahead, I pulled a vacuum on it, dual hoses, did the 2 blues, 2 true blues, clues, and ran it through my filter dryer just in case, because I mean, it's probably contaminated, but not warranty. They don't give you new refrigerant. We'll put the filter dryers in there and hope for the best, you know? Do an acid check and come back and just keep changing the acid cores. All right, the only way I can get a suction tap, because, you know, it costs so much money to put a suction port on the tap here, suction port. You got one there on that transducer, but let's go ahead and come down here to this oil port and see what we got. Look at that. Pulled right through the scrolls check valve. We are 0 PSI on these bad dogs. We are good to go, bro. Good to go. Well, let's go start on the other one. Anyhow, we've got the valve cord ripped out and we are ready to bleed through our tank and machine till make sure we got pure refrigerant, nothing else. And then, like I said, we'll do the same scenario again. Get up to there, purge again. I just like to make sure I've got everything I can get out of it. It's R32, it's perfect for the environment, right? That's pretty much what they're telling us, so, you know. And suck it in, baby. Just got done pulling a good vacuum on that. And she goes. Okay, that'll help keep my pressure down. I mean, we're already at 250 pounds of pressure already, which is crazy. Got her kind of divided out a bit. So just using the hose hauler here. This is something I just got from TruTech. I bought that a kit from Appion, and that backpack is really nice, but you know, it came with the kit, but it was a $500 and some kit. If you buy the bag individually, it was like 160 bucks, which is the same cost of this. This device here comes with the removable Velcro pouch here. You can take it out if you don't need it in there. You got room here for your miscellaneous fittings, which makes it pretty nice. Right now, I'm using it for all my recovery stuff. The evacuation still stays in the recovery bucket. So I've got some of the hoses that I don't use often in here because they fit perfect in a nice tight round thing. And then I've got the kit that I actually came with the Appion stuff, all 3/8 to the Y, and the filter dryer and the short stubby hose that you just seen a minute ago. All fits in there. It's an expandable bag. It's made out of that same thick 300 denier or whatever it is, super thick. And nice thing is it zips up and it's thin, so it fits right behind the back of my seat. It's a lot smaller than that fancy backpack, which honestly just wasn't holding up. I had some ripping going on already, and TruTech Tools came in and gave me this instead. So I'm happy about that. As usual, TruTech Tools taking care of me. So take care of TruTech Tools. Make sure you use discount code survival at checkout. Save yourself some money. They're supporting me. I support them. It's a great team effort. Anyhow, check that stuff out. I want to make sure, like I said, the same way I did on the other one, I want to make sure we're down to 4 pounds. I want to make sure this thing's pulling it down into a vacuum and getting it all out. I'm going to order me a flat plate heat exchanger so I can do this without making a watery mess where I need to work at, which really sucks. Yeah, it's working. Using my gear wrench little kit here. It's got metric standard and it's got Allen wrenches and star bits. Anyhow, that should allow us to bring it probably straight out. There we go, gets that part off, good. It comes off, you see that little goofy thing here. Now we should be able to pull these. Pull that up like that, fold it up like that, and like that. Take them straight out, and it should then pull right off. Look at that. Ta-da! So, yeah, I don't know. It probably comes with all this crap on it, but I'm trying to just take it off one piece so I don't have to remember nothing. Less I have to remember, the better. Unfortunately, we're probably gonna have to deal with oil. Making a hellacious mess. I got to take the brackets off in the back here too. That's pretty handy. I'm hoping that I can probably just yank the feet out and then drag it forward, but if I remember correctly, this dirt bag doesn't come undone very easily. All right, so we came in at 53 pounds, 10 ounces. We came in at 53 pounds, 3 ounces. Dry weight, empty tank, 29.5. Let's just call it 29 minus 53. We got 24 pounds in this bad dog too. So now you know that each compressor holds about 8 pounds of refrigerant if you divide it between them. You know, so yeah, now we know 24 freaking pounds. That's crazy. I would have never in a million years thought that. That could potentially push those coils over the limit. Previous job, I went ahead and just pumped the evaporator into the condenser. It was 60 degrees out. Today we've already jumped up to 66. So it's gonna get warm here in the next week. So we're just leaving these here so that we'll be able to get those next to go around when we come back. Tomorrow, supposedly we're gonna start on these. It's messed up, so you have to deal with it. And what we've done so far is we've gotten all those unhooked on the back side, all the oil, all the oil connections so that they equalize and share oil. We flushed that all out with R11 flush. There's a crap ton of stuff in this thing. It was all black and nasty. So we're getting this undone. So I have a $130 cutter, close quarters cutter. Totally impossible to cut it. So you actually have to use a Sawzall, which is usually a no-no. But what you do is you got your brush here, you get in there and you get all the shavings out, and you make sure you cut on a horizontal so that you can actually get to it. Now, if I would have done that on a vertical, there's a good chance I wouldn't be able to get it all out. So otherwise you got to try to heat it up and pull it apart, which is a major difficulty. So what I did is cut it, then I heated it up, pulled it out. So they didn't make nothing easy. You had to take that out to get that bracket out that you see back there in the back. And of course, they can't stay in metric or standard. They got to bounce back and forth. So no consistency. Look at that. Nothing to worry about here. Just keep moving on. Like I said, I bought this Wheeler RX 449. This is a close quarters cutter. Does up the big stuff. You can't get this in there. That's one of the closest cutters you can get for that kind of size stuff. Compared to that, that's a huge freaking difference. And the factory doesn't leave you enough room to do it. So how else are you going to do it? It's just they're encouraging bad practices, but you just got to adapt and to clean it up and move on. Not much you can do about it. So before you say much, just keep that in mind. So we got one of our newer apprentice guys here helping out because this is a lot of weight. We had a hell of a time. What's sad is we have a crane, but unfortunately, when you got overhead lines, that's not going to work out well. I use my crane deal here. Usually I never use this big long piece of uni strut. That's a disaster. So we're going to try to tilt these out so that we don't spill oil everywhere. Let's put tape on the back of it. The new ones have got a cap, but I don't want that spilling out the new oil, so we got them all loosened up, and rain's going to come here in about an hour, which is awesome. Tell you what, you come where I'm at, I'm going to lift up over this foot thing. Got it? Because it's going to be a little heavy. There's a heater. There's the heater pad. So that crap goes up in there like that. Yep. There we go. Coming your way. It's all about leveraging, taking your time. Do I trust you to pull it onto there and break my leg like you did last time, or do we just walk it to it?
Just walk it to it.
We're in that edge here. Okay. I say we'll walk it onto the concrete. Otherwise, it's going to catch that cart and walk us out because it's aluminum, it's light. 200 freaking pounds. Brute freaking force. Not one, but 3 damn times. Quality, quality, quality. Come on. Badass little cart. I mean, it's just, the fold up on it works great, but I say we take it all the way to the end and let it set. We'll put the rubbers back in there when we're done. The problem is those damn EXVs are the problem.
that and the junk contactors they got too. Those have been a problem. Still got to do these 3 yet. Back a little bit. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna back a little bit. It's gonna hit. There you go. I want to miss that bar. Come forward. Forward. Ouch! Son of a gun. All right. There you go. Just pull. You'll be better off that way. Okay. If I just felt better, I'd be like all up in it, so. Almost feels like I'm doing a wheelie. Well, I had to buy a brand new one of these because somebody stole it. Left it somewhere and they took it home with them because they thought, you know, I didn't want it no more. It's not a perfectly square cut because you couldn't even get the dang sawzall in there. But as you can see, we cleaned everything out. So you gotta adapt and overcome, man. There ain't much you can do about it. They don't think about that when they're building the damn things. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to get the compressors in here after we get the heater pads on it, get them strapped up, and then we're gonna try to hook up the oil. That way they'll line up and be, you know, sealed. Then we'll start with the other piece. That's why I cut all these like I did, so that I can bend them right into place, heat it up as I'm sticking it in, and get my thing done. Now we're going to try to run some nitrogen through this. We got a tube up there on the discharge. We can go on to that one. The suction, we'd have to go through the port right there. So that's what we're going to probably have to do, is go through the port on the transducer. They actually put a Schrader core in there. That's kind of surprising. Yeah, things ain't looking so wonderful. So yeah, it's coming this way. Keep pushing. There we go. Walk it up, Eric. There you go. Don't leave your foot underneath of it. Things get the sticky part on about the center-ish, you know, area of that bottom. Okay. Don't it go silver? I think it goes silver up. Yeah. They want to refract it back up. Okay, hold it there. Alright. I think we're good. Right? Alright, so we're back a different day. It's been the weekend. Trying to get these pieces back together. I had them originally laid out left to right to match it, and then when we left, it's getting ready to rain and didn't want to leave the copper. Somebody might steal it, you never know. So I'm trying to match it up off of cut marks and everything else. So that's kind of where we're at. Gonna purge, like I said, nitrogen from here to here, let it blow through. Do this while it's purging through over here, and then when I seal it here, I'll stop it. We're gonna order new oil because we'll have to do an oil change on it. So there you go. So this thing came in super handy on grinding off any of the braze that's like stuck on there to the slag style looking stuff. I'm able to slide it right in there. We've got them all lined up. I'm gonna put a wedge in between here to keep them in place, or use a chain and pull it over to it. That way we can get them brazed in and not have them pop back out or whatever. Okay, this is the chain I use for lifting compressors in and stuff like that. It also works really good for not burning when you're trying to hold something in place. On the other side, we can run something like this. It allows me to, tighten it up. Can't find my ratcheting, but this one here is nice and easy to hold in position. Okay, that's holding that so that can't move. And that's how we'll do it when it's time to do this piece here. For right now, I don't need this in the way. All right, so we're gonna use my different tip here. We're gonna see how well it does. It's actually able to be bent. This is a type 17-9, made in America. It allows me to get in there like that right there and get right into the back crevices all the way around and pull it to wherever it needs to go. And it's changing colors like it's actually getting it hot. I say that's bigger than what it looks. That bad boy is pulling it right around like it ain't nothing. Just feed that. All right, so I had one leak on it. Had to come back and do it over with the silver rod. They must do a crappy job plating this, because I put all my heat on my center pipe, slowly brought it into it, and it must have got too hot and it just would not absorb without, the higher quality silver and the flux built together. And all my regular copper to coppers all were fine, no leaks on any of them. So I had to redo both the discharge and the suction both, went over top of them. Everything seems fine. I did pressure with the R32 because it's a single component. You can do it vapor. So I did vapor into it. Look there, son of a gun. Another one. These are junk. I think that is all there is to it. These compressors are garbage. Freaking garbage. They use special oil. They freaking burn up, blow up. They're heavy as hell. Why wouldn't you just buy a scroll compressor? So that one's freaking leaking too. Ultrasonic didn't pick it up, and I'm pretty sure the heck and rest it. It kept leaking. That is unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Makes me think I probably should just go ahead and do that discharge, because that'll probably crack. It looked like they used a high silver to begin with. I mean, that crap is gray looking from the factory. I mean, I just don't look like regular braze. It's probably cheap copper on top of that. I don't know, man. This is just ridiculous. I knocked a little bit of the blue off, so I'm just going to dip my regular rod, the blue rod, into the white stuff and just kind of push out the other crap. That silver goes right in there and sucks its way in. So we've got the compressors brazed in, silvered up, came back, did pressure test on it, everything held. Got the new seals in there on the oil equalizing port, so that's all new. Had a special order those. The factory didn't have it, the supplier didn't have it. Nobody thought they could get it for God knows how long. The other 3 compressors we need for down there, yeah, those not available yet. Neither is the EXVs. So this looks really promising. So you can see how nice the oil looks. It's in really good shape. Said no one. You can see the filter dryer had a nasty burnout. Also, you can see how the screen got smashed, because because there was so much sediment in there. None of this looks good. All this really leads me to believe this is not going to be the last time this happens. All because the EXVs can't handle the bad programming they were given. And so, unfortunately, they fixed that with the firmware. Wow, that's so nice. Not looking good. Oh my gosh, look at that. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's not good. Yep, this is going to turn out really good. I can tell already. Yeah, look at that. That just doesn't make me think that's burnt oil there. I think that looks like there was crap in the system and had a massive restriction there. That is really, really, really bad. Really, really bad. That is not good.